In energetic and spiritual terms, I always think of breath as a bridge to the divine. It's an active flow state or experience to feeling the within and the without. It shows that we are participatory and in constant relationship with the whole. The breath flows out to the greater atmosphere of everything that is all around us, and it flows back in to the inner atmosphere within the body vessel. When we work with the breath, we see that we are not an isolated entity within the cosmos. Yes, we are an individuated expression, but our life force is ever connected to the ebb and flow of the whole. Therefore, we are part of the process of creation and cannot be separated from oneness. As we breathe, we are creating life with ourselves and with everything else too. And we and everything else is simultaneously creating us. The quantum field of existence or source consciousness is everywhere all at once, so is non-local and also timeless. Breath is the physical microcosmic manifestation in our matter-based reality. Wholeness or health cannot be achieved without recognition to this divine aspect of your being. Connecting to the breath, to the endless flow of the within and the without, allows us to feel this quantum entanglement with our divinity and us as creational beings. On top of this, not only does focus on the breath, of course, as I've already explained, calm down the nervous system, but more importantly, it allows us to achieve a state of grace within the present moment because of its timelessness and non-local qualities. Focus on the breath takes us into the here and now, and the present moment is vitally imperative in the healing process for two reasons. Firstly, the present moment allows us to deactivate the ego mind, who with its attachment to fear rests in the illusionary realms of the past, regret and loss, and the future, unachieved desires or anxiety. The ego glues us to attachments and ideas, emotions and behaviors that, as I explained in the last episode, bind us in the familiar realms of separation and the dis-ease patterning of who we think we are, who we have been in the past, and how we assume we will be in the future. To let go of ego through present moment consciousness gives us the opportunity to release into a new way of creating ourselves without the past or future attachments. Thus, there is an infinite potential to change and heal that is always offered within the present moment. There is no assumption that we will always be unhealthy. Therefore, it is a 0 point of awareness that offers true, unconstrained, and unconditional choice. But secondly, and even more importantly, presence in and of itself is a state of being that heals us. As I've already explained, when we neglect things, they suffer and become malformed. But when we are attentive to things, they flourish and grow, bloom and blossom. True presence is the grace to see and feel something exactly as it is, without any judgment, expectation, agenda, or pressure. If you've ever had someone see you in your rawness, warts and all, with all your imperfections and failures, and love you unequivocally anyway for exactly who you are, you will know that this feeling is the most beautiful, healing, delightful, empowering, uplifting feeling in the world. It's basically the same feeling as falling in love. And we have this ability to carry these feelings, this presence of attention into our own bodily systems, organs, and ourselves. Presence becomes the container or sacred geometry through which the truth of yourself as creator consciousness or unconditional love can flow, allowing healing within these systems. When we invite such a holistic perspective in through presence and are attentive to our systems, seeing them as they are, which is of course as a divine expression of source consciousness, then no matter what those expressions might initially look like, feel like, the factor of presence in the equation will, in time, unequivocally transform it into wholeness and health. It's like we hold a mirror for that system to look at itself in and see itself as it truly is. When the system, organ or cell sees the reflection that it is source consciousness, divine, part of the whole, it cannot help but heal, because it recognizes through the reflection of your presence the truth of itself as the creator. The creator does not need fixing. It is not separate from itself. It does not need healing. It is already whole, complete, unified, and perfect. Once you and the organ or system or cells realizes that it does not need fixing, seeing itself as already whole, it becomes so. This is because you, of course, are the creator. When you recognize this through presence, you are whole automatically. Healing, therefore, only needs a shift in perspective to become realized.